Hello there, and welcome to another video. I am Jessica, the Trans Metal Alchemist.
And I'm Lily Queen.
So, we have a very special presentation for you today. It's about Doctor Who. Doctor Who deleted scenes. Doctor Who from the Russell T Davies era.
Yeah? Season 2.
Season
David Tennant. Doomsday. So
So what happened? Why do we have this?
This is pretty old news, actually. This isn't very exciting. But
Oh.
several years ago, there was a leak of a whole bunch of deleted scenes, raw footage from the Season 2 finale, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, and I only just found out about it. And since I know that you love Doomsday so much, I thought it could be interesting if we watch these and react to them, and yeah.
I absolutely adore this story. It's one of my favorites. I've probably watched it maybe 10 times over the last 3-4 years. So I'm pretty familiar with it. And
Yeah.
I obviously...
And I watched it when it aired, and it was very exciting. That cliffhanger, part 1, oof.
yeah.
Ooh, goosebumps. You had to be there. So, before we actually look at the new deleted scenes that have been leaked, we're going to have a look at the original deleted scenes package that was released on the DVD back in 2006. There are a couple of deleted scenes on here, but as we're going to see from this leak, there are a lot more that were left out for whatever reason at the time. So, and you haven't seen any deleted scenes. We've never watched these, so these are all new to you.
This is all new to me. I have nothing... I'll be reacting to all this new information.
All right. So you can see why this scene was cut. Not particularly interesting. You know, it's just taking up some extra time. It's just establishing, setting the scene, showing their relationship, but it's not vital when you need to trim
No.
things down. All right, here's a more meaty scene.
You will impart information about the Daleks.
Advice. Come here. I'll give you my advice. I've got a machine downstairs. It's called a TARDIS, and you and me, just you and me, we can get into the TARDIS and fly away. Go to the other side of the universe and escape. Because there's nothing else I can do. For the first time in my life. Nothing. In a few hours' time, this planet will be a ball of flame. All we can do is run away and watch it burn.
You are proof
Of what?
that emotions destroy you.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you think of that scene?
I want to do the first scene.
Okay, the first scene.
The first scene is that one of the rules is that you should always try to do at least 2 things at the same time. Now, we obviously wanted to visually set up that we were going back to the council estate. We wanted some establishing shots of that. We wanted to get a shot of the playground because we're going to go back to the playground later to do those experiments to figure out what the ghosts are. And we want to make sure that everyone knows that the Doctor and Rose adore each other. That's all fine. That was all good. But you needed something else on top of that. And it would be to do with the ghosts. Why there should be like people talking about the ghosts, people putting up posters of the ghosts, or news reports, radio broadcast. You need to do, as long about world building and storytelling, you need a second layer, which is the plot, and they should be happening simultaneously. So that walk through the council estate just did one thing. There wasn't the second thing on top of it, so it's kind of a waste.
Yeah. And you can't waste any seconds in a finale.
Yeah. The second one, that's more complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you can see why it was cut, because it doesn't actually further the story at all. It's a nice little scene. But when you have to cut things, obviously the first things that go are things that don't advance the story.
Yeah.
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 But if you could have a cut where length doesn't matter, would you want to have that back in?
So where would this go?
I'm not sure exactly. You've watched the episode more recently than me.
So let's see. They
It's obviously somewhere in part 2.
yes. So the Daleks and the Cybermen start fighting each other, and suddenly the Cybermen stop paying attention to what their plan was, and they start just dealing with the Daleks. And then what happens next? And then eventually everyone escapes and gets into those hallways.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this really works. It's
You feel the Doctor's a bit too apathetic?
yeah. So like I understand the purpose of the scene, of course. It's to play into the whole thematics of Russell Who, that the Doctor keeps being a coward in the face of terrible things, and yeah, I'm not sure that it works.
Well, that's probably why it was cut.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not really until he loses Rose that the Doctor loses hope and starts to become broken. It's not until then that he starts to become unstable.
He doesn't think she's dead in this scene, does he? I can't remember. Is there a thing where he thinks she might be dead briefly in this episode?
Oh, yeah, but it's not very long.
But this could be
Yeah,
within that. I don't know. Shall we press on?
yeah. Let me chew on that.
You'll see it again in the
Okay.
in these other deleted
I need to
scenes.
chew on that scene. I wonder. Also, talking to the Cyber Commander,
Cyber leader.
Cyber Leader, was quite amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Deleted scene number 1.
This is Torchwood 1. All personnel within Torchwood Tower, down weapons. I repeat, down weapons. The Institute surrenders.
What do you think?
So
Not a particularly interesting one.
I know, but it is crucial.
It is?
First of all, I mean, there is that plot hole where the ghosts transform into Cybermen. No, it's the elite. It's the advanced guard come through the building material and seize control of the leaders of Torchwood.
Yeah.
And then they
the ghosts come in.
Then they activate the ghosts, and there isn't this moment where she tells everyone to surrender, where the Cybermen take control of the building.
But there's such a pace and energy to all those scenes that this was felt that this halted the energy.
You know what you could do? You could take what she said, put it on a monitor and put it in another scene and run it concurrently with another scene so that people could hear the surrender while they're watching another scene happen.
Yeah.
On its own. But also her
But it's definitely the sort of thing where it feels, when you're filming, when you're writing, this feels okay, and then you get into the editing and you realise this doesn't actually fit the pace that the edit is taking.
And also, this is a crucial moment for her and her journey, where she realises all her confidence about the Torchwood project is a total folly, and actually she's totally powerless in comparison to the Cybermen.
Yeah.
and it'll set up everything that'll happen in the second half of Doomsday.
Okay. Deleted scene number 2.
This broadcast is for humankind. The Cybermen now occupy every landmass on this planet, but you need not fear.
That was in the broadcast.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're just getting like the raw footage with some of these,
Right.
Like this was how it was shot.
Well, then that was on a monitor.
Maybe that was a decision that was thought up in post.
Right.
So this is
Yes.
how it was originally conceived.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yes. The cyber leader's speech was all on monitors
Right.
around the world. Mm-hmm. We never actually watched it in room.
Yeah, well-
until the speech ended. Then we came back to that room.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Number 3. Okay, this should be pretty interesting.
Outdoors. So that scene was in the original, but much shorter.
And you probably suspected that the shortness of that scene was just that's how much we could afford to do of an action set piece. But actually, we shot a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it. So I think this is one of the most interesting finds in this leak. Yeah. What do you think? Would it have been nice to have a bigger action set piece? I think Graham Harper was kind of sad to see some of this go. He was pretty proud of all this.
Yeah. So
You don't want to ever cut a big explosion.
yeah.
We do see a Cyberman blow up in the scene in the episode, don't we? There's some
Yes.
other footage that we see.
So
Obviously, it doesn't. When it's just the raw footage, you don't hear all the sound mixing, all the sound effects, and the music. It would be a lot more impactful if it was all fully mixed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how good it could be?
The thing that I remember is that we go to the ground in Earth for a couple of occasions. The first one is to demonstrate the Cybermen taking over of Earth, and we do a montage because we
Taj
have
Mahal.
we have to. And as like when the Cybermen like break into someone's house and start picking up their children.
That's a great scene.
And the problem is that, of course, it's a worldwide takeover. And you can't possibly show a worldwide takeover, so you try to show like 5 or 6 scenes as a montage.
Taj Mahal.
And that sort of represents the whole world. And so that breaking into the house and kidnapping those kids is sort of emblematic of thousands of other occasions.
Yes.
And we're led to believe that the humans have decided to fight back against the Cybermen across the world, and this little bridge fight is just one of many examples. We can't if you had an unlimited budget, unlimited scenes, you could film other fight scenes in other locations, maybe in different places in the world, but you can't do that. So this is the one scene we have to show.
Yeah. Were you happy with how long it was in the episode?
It gets its point across.
Yeah, but do you think would there be anything gained of having all this extra footage?
I mean, I liked that footage. It's Chevy. I mean, so the scene, the things to get across in that scene. One, it's that human bullets are really not going to stop the Cybermen.
Here's Charlie.
2, the rocket-propelled grenades are capable of stopping a Cyberman, and Cybermen are going to be shooting humans down like flies. We saw, 2 soldiers just fall to the ground that's what it's like, fighting against such a superior opponent. Humans are deciding to just risk their lives to try to stop these Cybermen. Those are the three beats that needed to be gotten across in that scene, and they were sort of gotten across in the TV broadcast, but we got to see a lot more of it in that deleted scene. So, I mean, if it wasn't for time constraints, I definitely would want the longer version, because it just gets the point across so much more. The major points that the Cybermen are too strong to be shot down by human bullets, and that the Cybermen will just start killing humans left and right if they show resistance. But that humans are capable of blowing up one Cyberman with a rocket-propelled grenade, which leads the Cyber leader to lament, "I ordered their surrender." And that gives the Doctor the chance to say that fabulous line.
Yeah.
"What did you think they were going to do? You're breaking into their homes and getting their children."
Yeah.
And which captures the entire idea of Doomsday, that the humans aren't just going to take world domination lying down, that they're going to fight back. Yeah, so this scene is so important, and I really love it.
All right. Number 4.
Must be the Cybermen.
Doctor, what about Mum?
So there's a look at what the Daleks sound like on set. What do you think?
I couldn't make out what they were saying.
Well, it's a lot more echoey when it's on set. They were saying it was not of Dalek origin. They were detecting the Cybermen.
Right.
Yeah. And then it went into the scene that's in the episode, which of you is the least important.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The thing is about this episode is that your brain has to do a lot of work, because the scene starts and the Daleks are panicking, and they start interrogating the humans, and we sort of have to imply, they're panicking because they're so worried about what the Cybermen have done, and they're trying to figure out what to do about them. And so you don't have to have that scene on screen, because the viewer's brain has already filled in that gap. But it is nice to have it there. Obviously, because we don't actually know what was said. And also the tone of voice, because the Dalek tone of voice is so crucial to understanding their temperament, because Daleks are so emotional. If they're panicking, they start screaming and screeching, and if
You don't know what they said?
I also couldn't tell what they said or how they said it.
Scans indicate planetary something of non-Dalek origin.
Scans indicate something of non-Dalek origin.
That's what the line was. They're just detecting the Cybermen.
Okay.
They don't sound particularly panicky.
No.
But I mean, Nick would re-record all of this for the actual, final mix, so he might change the performance. It's not necessarily going to be the final performance what he does on the day. That's just to get all the timing right.
Right. Yes. Okay.
All right. Number 5.
At least they still need you. Just think up ways of holding back the information that will be said. Well, they're busy.
Besides, they don't need to question me. They can just extract.
So why are we being kept alive?
Reminding me.
What? What is it?
What do you think of that scene?
I'm
Charlie?
not.
Oh,
Oh my god, Charlie just keeps coming and going. I'm not sure.
Again, it's a scene that kind of holds up the pace.
Yeah.
A lot of these are.
Okay. Let me just put something out there. Like, there's a lot of Doctor Who that is built on hostage taking, and a lot of it tries to explain why the hostage is being taken and they're not just being left alone or killed. And I think a lot of it is unnecessary. Because it doesn't really matter. If you want to take a hostage, just take a hostage. And in the actual episode that went to air, Rose just says, I know you're Daleks. You want to know why? You should keep us alive. And that's good enough. Just leave it at that. I don't care. I don't actually think that pondering over the Daleks and their plans and their agendas and why they're keeping these hostages alive is that important. Sure, it's going to come up with they're keeping her alive for the
Genesis arc.
The Genesis arc.
Yeah.
Sure, that's why they're keeping her alive, but I don't think that's what should be going through her head right at this moment. Right now, she should be thinking about how she can escape or what's happening to her mum and her doctor.
Okay.
Unnecessary.
All right. Let's have a look at number 6. We've already seen this one.
Yes. We need to figure out where this would have gone.
But the mixing is different. Like in even though there's still a green screen in the version that was on the deleted scenes package on the DVD, I believe it had actual mixing for the sound effects of his feet.
Right.
Whereas here we're hearing the ugly prop sound. Very unpleasant. And again, it was final mix for his audio. I don't know if they just put that together for what was on the DVD, or if maybe that's how far it got in production before they cut it. It obviously didn't get far enough to get the green screen filled in, but maybe it got far enough for sound mix. I'm not sure. But here, again, we're hearing what Nick's voice for the Cybermen sounds like on set.
Yeah.
More echoey.
About the Daleks.
My advice. Come here. I'll give you my advice. I've got a machine downstairs. It's called a TARDIS. And you and me, just you and me, we can get into the TARDIS and fly away. Go to the other side of the universe and escape. Because there's nothing else I can do. First time in my life. Nothing. In a few hours' time, this planet will be a ball of flame. All we can do is run away and watch it burn.
You are proof
Of what?
that emotions destroy you.
Yeah, I am.
So,
Yeah?
all of the stuff about the Doctor having given up hope and thinking about running away, I don't like that.
We already said that.
I know. But I do like the Cyberman's line. Because the thing that always frustrates me is how the Cybermen point of view of the world, their ethical system, their idea of utility, everything never gets explored deeply enough. They're just sort of robot villains who just sort of do robot villainy sort of stuff. And it's just nice to just hear them pontificate about how they view things.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like a little bit of a moment to say it's just like in season 1 where we say to the Doctor, the Daleks say to the Doctor, you would have made a good Dalek. I love those little moments of the villains and the hero sharing a moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You are proof
Of what?
that emotions destroy you.
Yeah, I am. Mind you, I quite like hope. Hope's a good emotion. And here it comes.
Final stage of awakening.
Ooh. Doesn't matter about me. Let them. Whatever they got inside there is worse than anything. Don't do it.
Can't just...
Rose, don't.
Alright. They're gonna kill us anyway, so what the hell?
What do you think?
Yeah. What's the name of the boy?
Mickey.
Mickey. I keep getting the two boys confused in my head. Yeah. Gets to say whatever is inside there is going to be worse. So I don't care if they kill me. I mean, it goes to his character that he's really brave and fearless. Other than that,
Okay.
It's just
Okay, so here we go. Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
All right.
The mythical scene has been spoken of in legend. I've quoted the final line of the scene to you based on hearing Russell recite the quote on a commentary, but we've never seen it. In my head, I feel like I've seen it because of thinking about him describing it.
okay. Here we go.
Oh, come here.
World's still ending.
I know.
Come on, put it back in. What do you think? It was too much for Russell. Too much pointing out, lampshading. Self-aware
Yeah, but-
writing.
like.
And he would bring it up again and again. He would bring up following scenes in other seasons that had the same problem, and he'd say, it was getting a bit the world's still ending. It became a meme for...
Look, Doctor Who is melodramatic camp. It's what it's good at, it's what it's always done, and I don't think that we should be, ashamed of this, because that's just how it works. It doesn't make any sense, and that's okay. It's okay to just laugh at yourself and say, this is nonsense, but we're having fun.
Well,
and
that's what he thought when he was writing it, but when he actually saw it in the edit, it didn't work for him.
It's mocking the show from a point of love.
He didn't feel like he'd written the scene well enough that it would work. He felt like he would have rathered we have another go at it. Just like the way all the different parts moving, the action, because we're in the middle of a lot of action scenes, the climax, and having this, he talked about action movies that get it perfect. He said Terminator 2. Terminator 2 gets it perfect, and he hadn't felt that he'd achieved that kind of balance. So he was a little sad about it.
Okay.
This is funny, the way hearing David do the line. It's exactly the way I pictured it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Let's have a look at number 9. More Cybermen action.
More bridge.
These are not in chronological order, obviously.
Yeah.
Or are they, actually? I don't know. Oh, wait, actually, maybe these are in chronological order. So this is them going... They're leaving now to fight the Daleks.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think...
Now, that's a plot hole.
Yeah.
That's been solved.
Is it a plot hole?
Because... When we see that epic scene in the middle of London with Cybermen and Daleks just shooting at each other, it isn't actually clear whether the Cybermen are doing this on a small scale or whether they're dedicating their entire planetary forces to this. And that kind of solves the question.
Okay.
We are going to put everything, and that means that every Cyberman is sort of near London,
what do you
so
think?
that when the thing happens,
What do you think of all these marching shots of Cybermen?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, marching is always terrifying. It's a really good.
But what do you think
device.
of hearing the sounds without the proper sound effects? That's the difference between classic Who and new Who.
Yes.
Yeah. If it was classic Who, that's how they would sound. They wouldn't be able to dub any new sounds over the costumes.
Yeah.
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 What a difference it makes.
What a difference post-production sound mixing makes.
Yeah. I mean, there is post-production sound mixing in classic Who, but not for Cybermen footsteps. All right, number 10. Oh, actually, that's the last of what's called the deleted scenes. This is an extended scene.
Uh-huh.
Reading begin with these personnel.
No, you can't do this! We surrendered! We surrendered!
This increased adrenaline suggests that he
Does that mean I'm ready? What are they doing?
information.
Stop them! I don't want to
No,
go!
that woman! I demand you leave that
You
woman alone!
promised me!
I won't help you unless you, leave
gave
that
me
woman
your
alone!
word!
Jackie, don't fight me!
Help
I'll think of
me!
something!
Help me!
So I can't remember how much of that was in the episode. Do you remember?
Most of it.
Most of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the last 3 seconds wasn't there.
Okay.
We didn't see that hallway.
Okay. Well, that's the end.
That's the end.
That's the end of our little
Wow.
deleted scenes package. So what do you think? It seems like overall the right decisions were made in
Yeah.
post-production. It would have been nice to see some more of that location filming with the Cybermen. That's the main thing. And you really like that line from the Cyber Leader to the Doctor.
Yeah. So most deleted scenes. Well, I'm not sure if this is true for all television shows, but most deleted scenes would become superfluous because you're not sure ahead of time which version would go well, so you film it twice in different ways, so then you can pick and choose, and so most deleted scenes become superfluous and you don't need them.
You mean like different takes?
Well, you introduce certain ideas or concepts earlier or later with certain characters saying it in certain locations, and you just do it both times, and you figure out in the editing room which one actually fits best with the flow of the drama.
I don't know if most television would have time to do that.
Okay, well, most movies do that. Most movies film lots of scenes twice, and they figure out which one works.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends how confident you are in knowing exactly what you want. Maybe if you're J.J. Abrams, there's like 10 different versions of The Force Awakens sitting on a cutting room floor. But I mean, I think some directors would be very, have a very centered vision of exactly, we're going to shoot exactly what we need.
Okay.
It varies.
So we saw so there's those scenes, the superfluous ones. Then there's those things that work, but did not work in the way that they were shot. Rose and the Doctor going through the housing estate, the Cyber Leader's speech to call for the human surrender, that sort of thing. Where it works, it needs to be presented in the right way, because an episode has a certain mood, and you need to make sure that all of the scenes are integrated into the episode to match the mood. And this is a very complicated story because part 1 is very slow and tense because there is a threat, but we don't know what the threat is, we don't understand it, but we just feel uncomfortable. And then the second one is just chaos. The world is coming to end, we are surrounded by our enemies, death is happening everywhere, and we have no idea what to do. And so that's really complicated. So when you're filming scenes and you're figuring out where exactly they're going to go and having them fit the moment and the mood of the episode, it becomes really stressful, and you need like a really good director on scene to make sure that
do you remember who the director is for this story?
It's the genius.
Yeah. Russell's little Sontaran, Graham Harper.
Yes.
He is one of the greatest ever directors of Doctor Who. Yeah. So you're in good hands with him.
So overall, you'd have to say that not much was lost. I mean, sure, there was a couple of scenes that might have benefited the episode if they had been integrated in, but it's not as if there was a gaping problem that these deleted scenes fixed.
No. Yeah, like I said, I think the most interesting stuff is the location footage. It would have been nice to just have more of that, because it's just value on this. It's, value for your money on screen.
Yes.
Seeing more of that, and I guess that was just cut for time reasons, probably not because any of it didn't work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would expect.
Like I
It's
said,
just the episode's too packed. There's just too much going on.
like I said, that bridge is an amazing set. It's just perfect. The dilapidated buildings in the background, the fact that the bridge is all steel, the fact that it's narrow, that you feel claustrophobic. It's a magnificent scene, and that fight between the army and the Cybermen is just perfectly shot. But in order to capture the idea of a worldwide war, you'd have to film other fight scenes in other locations, and that's kind of impossible.
Yeah.
So having that bridge, just milking it for all that it was
exactly.
worth, is the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only real gem was that moment when the cyber leader said to the Doctor, "You're proof that we're right."
I guess that's why they put that on the DVD deleted scenes 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But are you excited that we got to see this?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
This
this-
is finally out there.
this is a
Who knows
wonderful-
what other amazing things
Yeah.
are locked away?
Yeah.
We still never got those season 1 deleted scenes. They kept promising them. They lost them, and then they found them, and they said they'd get them out, but they never did.
Wait, this is the 20th anniversary.
Yeah?
This would be the year.
Nothing's happening.
Ah. All right. Well, we'll just have to enjoy what we've got.
We did eventually get those Capaldi deleted scenes.
Yeah.
There was an era where they didn't have the Capaldi deleted scenes on his first season, but then eventually they did come out. I still need to find a copy of that, the exclusive edition that has that.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for this little video about Doctor Who,
About Doomsday.
about Doomsday.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.